I don't need to be the one to tell you that airsoft is an expensive hobby. Between the guns, gear, admission, things like that, the price tag adds up pretty fast. However, there are some products out there that I believe you should spend a little bit more money on because you'll get a much better product. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about 5 products that you should not cheap out on in airsoft. What's up, Airsofters? My name is Lane, and welcome back to the BB Warrior. We're here to help you have a better time both on and off the airsoft field through our educational content. And if you enjoy videos like these, I'd love it if you joined our community by hitting that subscribe button down below. But while you're at it, make sure to hit the bell icon next to it for updates. We post brand new videos every single Friday. Now, the first item I want to talk about on this list is one that when you spend a little bit more money, you definitely get a much better product. And it's one of those things that leads to a much better time in airsoft overall, and that is goggles. Now, I know what you might be saying, Lane, if it stops a BB, it stops a BB, right? So as long as I get ANSI rated goggles, I will be fine. Well, you're true. Well, yes, but no. The reason why I recommend spending more on goggles and getting a better pair is because it's going to help with fogging, which is an issue that every airsofter has run into. When you go out and you spend the extra money on something like a set of ESS goggles, Revision, dye masks, Empire masks, whatever style you're looking for, when you spend a little bit extra money, sure, you're getting the same protection as other brands, you're getting those quality of life enhancers. You're getting a fan built in, you're getting much better comfort or adjustability, things like that. So when you spend the extra money, one, you're going to be able to see, which is, you need to be able to see to be effective in airsoft, but at the same time, you're going to have a much more comfortable experience. And at the same time, there's some features that you don't find in cheaper models. Again, like fans are one of the best inventions for airsoft in my opinion. That's why I love my ESS turbo fans and why I recommend spending more money on goggles. It's definitely worth it because it affects every other aspect of airsoft. Now, the second item I want to talk about, this one comes with a little bit of a warning. I want to talk about inner barrels, and specifically, please stop buying Angel Custom inner barrels. Now, I know what you might be saying, Lane, well, it's an upgraded barrel, it's making my gun shoot better, things like that. And while I agree that you should buy a better inner barrel, but work on your hop up, work on everything to do with that, Angel Custom is not an upgrade. I hear so many people that throw these in their guns, and honestly, if you have a Crytek, a VFC, really any gun over $250, an Angel Custom barrel is a downgrade. Sticking with your stock VFC, your stock Crytek, anything like that are going to be better options than Angel Custom. Or you can spend a little bit extra money and get a really nice barrel. You can get a ZCI, a Promi, you can get one of the ones that Umbrella Armories works on. Things like that. Those are the barrels that are worth your money. And kind of my tip with this one part of the video, don't be skimpy on products that affect your accuracy, because when you spend that extra money, you're going to make sure that your gun shoots laser beams. And again, you're not going to be buying a crappy Angel Custom barrel, which is only going to decrease the accuracy in your airsoft gun. Now, the third piece on this video is one that most people have a general idea of, and that is BBs, and that BBs are not created equal. Now, most players know that a bottle of Elite Forces are going to be better than the see-through Crossmans with a air bubble in them that you'll find at sporting goods stores. But even then, within the, what I would deem marketed as the better BBs on the market, not all options are created equal. Again, this has to go kind of similarly to the inner barrel discussion that we just had. Don't skimp on accuracy. And guys, BBs definitely play a role in the accuracy of your airsoft gun. That's why I always recommend buying the best that you can afford. Now, I understand if you're running a light machine gun, you obviously don't want to go out and buy the most expensive BB out there because you're going through a lot, but there are great options even at some somewhat affordable price points. The brands that I personally like, I like Elite Force, HPA, Crytek, and VFC. And if I didn't mention your brand of BBs, don't go writing me angrily in the comments. Those are just the ones that I like and the ones that work in my airsoft guns. There are other great options out there. Those are just, what I like. And don't be afraid to sample. See what works well in your gun. Check out reviews from your peers, because that's how you're going to be able to tell how BBs are made, if they're going to be good, because some brands, let's be honest, have some good batches, they have some bad batches as well. Make sure that you're spending that little bit extra money on BBs. I know they're disposable. I know that you tend to go through them and not a lot of people want to spend money on them, but it's definitely worth it to have a more accurate airsoft gun in the end of the day. Now, I want to get away from airsoft guns to talk about number 4 for a moment, and that is your footwear. Guys, I am telling you, especially for you guys that like to go out and do those longer games, your AMSs, your Milsim Wests, getting a good pair of footwear is crucial. And I know what you might be saying, Lane, that's not a really crucial part of my kit. Wouldn't it be better to get a better plate carrier, put money into my gun like we've already talked about in today's video? And while that is important, you have to remember, if your feet are giving you problems, the rest of your body is going to be giving you problems. And if you're not able to walk, if you, roll your ankle, something like that, you're out of the game. And this is something that is important besides just outdoor games. If you're playing indoor as well, you want something that's going to be able to grip the ground, give you some ankle protection, because I've seen people roll their ankles even indoors, you're getting all speedy, things happen. But I would highly recommend spending a little bit extra money on footwear. And there are great companies out there. And generally, this is one of those things you get what you pay for. There are Merrells. I love my Merrells. I've had them for 5 years. I really need a replacing in all honesty, but they still hold up. You can spend a little bit more money on nicer brands like Salomon. There are a ton of great brands out there. Just spend some money on footwear. Don't go out there and get like a pair of Walmart boots that are crap and going to give you blisters and make things uncomfortable. Spend a little bit extra money on footwear. And the great thing about this one, it applies to more than just airsoft. If you like to go hiking, fishing, hunting, whatever it may be, this is one of those things that you can spend money on in airsoft that is great and useful outside of the hobby, and it's useful in your day-to-day life. Now, the final thing I want to talk about for today's video, it's one that some people are going to disagree with me on, and I want to know your specific reasoning why you do agree with me or you disagree with me about this in the comments below. That is optics. Now, the reason why I recommend spending more money on optics, because there are cheap optics out there. You can get optics starting about 15, 20 bucks. Companies like NC Star, things like that. But I think for players, it is a great idea to get like an entry-level AR-15 red dot. So I'm talking about HoloSun, Primary Arms, SIG is even making their own red dots nowadays. But I think this is most true in magnified optics. So for you snipers out there, yeah, I understand you're putting a bunch of money into making your gun, the best VSR-10 possible. Spend some money on the glass. The reason why I say that, magnified optics are complicated. There's a lot more that goes into them, especially variable power optics. And in that, you don't want to cheap out on that. You're going to have a bad field of view, you're going to have a bad eye relief, whatever it may be. And again, the same is true for your standard, non-magnified red dot optics. You're not going to have that adjustability. You're not going to have the durability, some of the capabilities as well. I know not everyone needs night vision with their red dot, but that is a great thing in my Primary Arms red dot. When I do use night vision like once every other year, I like it. But it's more durable, it adjusts better, and it makes sure that when I shoot, I can adjust that dot, and the dot's going to be more crisper because I spent a little bit more money on this red dot to make sure that my dot lines up exactly where my BBs go. This goes back to number 2. Don't cheap out on things that have to do with your accuracy. I understand red dots are expensive. It's a risk that they might get shot out. Buy a protector, buy either like an $11 Lexan protector, buy a kill flash, whatever it may be. I'm a huge believer that all optics in airsoft should be covered by something just in case, because it does happen. But guys, spend a little bit of money on your red dot. I am telling you, as someone who realized this years ago, it makes you a more accurate player and a better player out on the airsoft field, because you can reliably hit your targets on the first shot. When you buy a good red dot, you zero it in, it's going to be a great time and improve your gameplay. I guarantee it. That's going to do it for today's video though, guys. That was just 5 products that I recommend spending a little bit more money on and not cheaping out on in airsoft. Did I miss something that you think that you should spend a little bit more money on in our hobby? Again, let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think you should spend a little bit more money on as well. But if this was your first time here, I'd love it if you joined our community. It's very simple. Hit that subscribe button down below, but while you're at it, hit the bell icon next to it to get updated when we post brand new videos every single Friday. But this has been Lane from the BB Warrior talking about 5 products you shouldn't cheap out on in airsoft, and I will see you all next time.